This is not only nostalgic, but I thought the actual use of different grayscales was good as well. I was thinking, you know, Mini Molecule, the guy at Mini Molecule has already made a LittleBigPlanet character, Sackboy character, which automatically switches layers. I don't really know why he hasn't released that to the community. We don't need the pop-it menu, just Sackboy himself. He jumped like Sackboy, he changed layers like Sackboy. I don't really understand why Mini Molecule hasn't released that to the community, unless they intend to make a LittleBigPlanet level for the final game. But I would, if Mini Molecule are listening, I would release that to the community so that they can start making LittleBigPlanet levels. I wouldn't mind hearing a few LittleBigPlanet tracks in Dreams either. You know, I know you want to get away from LittleBigPlanet, but LittleBigPlanet is on your tail and always will be. But yeah, this is exceptionally well made, nice moody. You saw one transition that I hit it quite well actually, but I failed on that several times because I kept thinking I was playing LittleBigPlanet, and when I jumped forward the layers would switch automatically, but they don't. Obviously you have to actually move the layers yourself. But yeah, I like this. I liked it a lot. There's still, you know, there's still little awkward moments because there's no. You've got to be careful when you lay these things out. Yeah, you've got to consider how the character jumps. But it's nice. I'll go back down here because I was considering taking a screenshot there, but I decided against it. I only show you up to this point in case you want to play it yourself. No? And this one, I have edited this a little bit because I think you'd agree that this looks very well made. I know it's assets from Mini Molecule, but it still takes a creative mind to put them together in a unique, neat way, which I think they have. There's a couple of issues I would change. There's just a couple of things. For instance, this can be covered with a transitional screen. We should be automatically taking control of the character. 2 people have worked on this. And I think that, you know, just those 2 things would make this a lot neater, a lot cleaner. But I liked, again, the presentation. The graphical presentation of this I thought was phenomenal. Very well done. I think people can get a bit too fussy. I know I'm guilty of that myself. Complexity can be suggested. It doesn't necessarily have to be expressed graphically. You know, there's a couple of little bits like this bit up here. You know, that would annoy me if I was making this. Just I had to jump to get up that last bit of slope. I would always make sure that my character can move freely without having to mess about jumping. If I'm walking up a ramp or upstairs, obviously, if there is a jump involved, then clearly jumping is necessary. But yeah, I cut to the next section, which is a more sort of ancient thing, because this is a bit of a frame rate issue. I found this a little bit, made me feel a little bit dizzy. I don't know why, I don't know what you'd have to cut back on, but something is causing this frame rate to go down. But I thought I'd show you this anyway. There's 4 sections to this, one of which I don't think is complete yet. But yeah, different locations, just showing the styles. This one, I'm saying nothing.
Okay, so I've been seeing
Just listen and
lights up
watch.
here at camp for the last couple nights. Oh my god. And people didn't believe me when I told them. Well, believe it. Oh my god. What was that? Oh man, this is crazy. I don't know. I don't know. I gotta get back inside. Oh, shit. What?
I've tried a new wash filter on this too, to see if that compensates for the darkness. It's an experiment, but I thought it was excellently made. This one I thought again was good. Conceptually it was good as a gameplay, but I thought it was also well put together. There's a little bit of jank here and there. The creature, for instance, is clearly just using ordinary follow without any AI added, so occasionally he gets caught, which you'll see in this demo. You know, like there, for instance, you know, he gets caught quite badly at times. I think that collection sound is a tad harsh. Don't think you need it. There was a game that came out with a character, and this reminds me of it, and I can't remember what it was called. It didn't do very well. It sort of flopped. It's a word you'd read on the internet. Couldn't figure it out. But as you see, look, see. So now I try, well, if I can get it to just go around that little bit. But in the end I had to opt for moving it a little bit at a time. Even there was a little bit too much for it to deal with, look. It still didn't quite understand it needed to go round that. It's just following that. It's just saying this is where I need to be, let's go directly there. And if there's something in the way, obviously it's going to struggle. So you need something there. But like I said, conceptually it's a good idea. It's a well put together and well crafted location and level. Really good. Deserved to be seen, I think. And its creator deserves to be followed. Could only get better, you know? But the last thing I've got, I thought was stupendous. It's by the same person who did Cyber City, I believe it was. Remember I did a quick fix of Cyber City? It's by the same person who did that, and I really advise this person to make this scene part of that Cyber City scene, because it's pretty fantastic. I sort of start this one with the past, LittleBigPlanet, and finish it with the future. I thought it bookmarked quite nicely. And there we have it. Look at this wonderfully put together level. You will recall that character from Cyber City, if you remember correctly. But look at this location. I take my sweet time because it is only a very small location. I just want you to take in the lighting. Look at the lighting. It's so important. Shadows are so important. The red light, the illumination. Not sure about this section, it feels slightly unfinished. I'd imagine he's going to add more lighting and more textures there. I don't know, just feels, compared to the rest of it, it doesn't feel quite fleshed out enough. Could be wrong. But that's awesome. I think the modular approach to making games is going to be the way forward, you know. I think people will settle into that. They'll make one level, maybe minus collectibles, minus the menu system, and then they'll publish that, and then they'll make all their levels, and then ultimately they'll post the full game with collectibles and menus at the end. That's probably where people will settle, habitually wise, you know. It just makes sense, doesn't it? To get yourself out there, to expose your creativity, making yourself maybe a 10-minute, 15-minute level, and make 10 of those, and then eventually bring them all together in one big game, with menus and any other additions you decide, such as what I said, collectibles. Not separate, it doesn't have to be collectibles, but you know, they're always a sort of mainstay of most adventures, and I like them. I don't care if they are slightly cliched. I do like looking for things. I think a lot of people do. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. Very well. Toodle pip. Au revoir. And all that good stuff. Follow these creators. See you, everyone.